Hello and welcome to Leer y Aprender es Divertido, Reading and Learning Are Fun. We're here today at the Jefferson City Daycare Center where we have some very good 5-year-old girls and boys who are going to listen to Curious George at the aquarium. Now before we read the book, I need to teach you guys some Spanish words because there are Spanish words in the book and you need to know what I'm talking about. So the first thing we're going to do is go over some of the words that are in the book. And the first word we're going to learn is, who's that?
George.
George. That's Curious George. Now, the way we say Curious George in Spanish is Jorge. Can you all say Jorge?
Jorge.
El Curioso. El Curioso. Very good. Because Jorge means George, and Curious is El Curioso. It sounds the same, doesn't it? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Now, what kind of animal is George?
A monkey.
He is. He's a monkey. And the way we say monkey in Spanish is mono.
Mono.
Can you all say mono?
Mono.
That one's easy too, right? Yeah. Now, Curious George has a friend. Who's his best friend?
I don't know. The yellow guy in the yellow hat.
The man in the yellow hat. That's exactly right. Now, the way we say yellow hat in Spanish is sombrero amarillo. Now, I know some of you guys have probably seen a sombrero, right?
Yeah.
At like the Mexican restaurant, the big hat.
Yeah, I know that restaurant. I went there before.
Yeah.
There's two. Even when I was in places.
Yep. See, and George's friend wears a big hat, just like the big sombreros they wear at the restaurant. Only it's tall. It's not as wide.
He got a new best friend. He got bigger.
Okay.
I
Now,
know what.
let's do some more words, okay? Now, George today is going to go to an aquarium. Have any of you ever been to an aquarium?
No.
What kind of animals can you see at an aquarium? Sharks, octopus, fish, whales, dolphins. Yeah, there can be some snakes. What? Sometimes, yeah. Crabs, yeah. Electric snakes, like an electric eel. And fish and snakes, yep. Well, today we're going to read about an aquarium. Okay, good. Those are all good, but I'm going to teach you how to say aquarium in Spanish, okay? Say acuario. Let's all say acuario together. Acuario. Good job.
I like aquario.
I do too. Now, one of the animals that George is going to see today is a whale. That's right. Are whales big or little? And do they live in the water or on land? Oceans, that's right. Do any of you know? Do any of you know how the whales breathe? With their blowholes. That's right. They got to come up over the top of the water and get air in their blowholes. Well, the way we say whale in Spanish is ballena.
Because whales don't have noses.
They don't have noses, no. Let's all say this together, okay? Ballena. Good job. All right.
I know how to say a whale.
A whale? How do you say whale?
A whale.
A whales. Ballenas.
So I know how to
Okay.
speak Chinese too.
Okay.
Does
Does anyone know what this is?
A seal.
It's close. It's kind of like a seal. It's actually a sea. It's kind of close. It's actually called a sea lion. Sea lion. Now, when I lived in California, do you guys know where California is? By the ocean? I saw sea lions all the time.
I know chocolate cheese is there.
And sea lions are very playful creatures. They love to play, they love to clap, and they love to balance balls on their noses. That's right.
That's really cool.
Does anyone know what kind of sound a sea lion makes? Good job.
And walrus.
They're all very similar. They're all
And those are all a family together.
They're all related. That's right, like brothers and sisters. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to say sea lion in Spanish. Now, it's 2 words. The first word is lobo marino. All right.
What does the top say? What does the top say?
A what say? Oh, it's a sea lion. And does everyone know what this is? A fish. That's right. Very colorful fish. Now, fish is very easy in Spanish. It's just pez. Can you all say pez? That's really good.
What is the top fish? And they just like to nibble on your
They do nibble on your toes if you swim with fish. That's right.
Yeah, then they just do.
No, but they don't hurt us because they don't have any teeth.
You know, sometimes sharks can stick your legs and they bite.
They can. You know what else can bite?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
A big fish.
Does anyone know what this kind of fish is called?
A shark.
This is called a piranha.
I ate piranhas.
Piranhas are little fish with very sharp teeth.
Then they eat. Then when they come back up, the big legs. They're like this.
Now, we don't have any piranhas around here. Piranhas are mostly in the Amazon in South America, where it's really warm and hot, kind of in the jungle.
I know where America is. I went to America. Do they not really live in the ocean?
So they can live in the ocean too.
They live in the ocean sometimes.
Yeah, but you guys probably won't see piranhas very often. After we're done, okay? All right. Now the way we say piranha in Spanish is we say piraña. Piraña. That's right. Let's all say it together. Piraña. Good job.
You know what the top is? Piranha.
That's right. Piranha and piranha.
I know what the
Piranha. All right. Now another animal that we're going to read about today is the
seahorse. They don't bite.
Yep.
They're pretty, and they just do ding, ding, ding.
Now this is a long word, so we're going to break it down into parts, okay? The first word is caballito, okay? And that means horse. And then the second part is de mar, and that means of the sea.
And the top is seahorse.
Yep, so seahorse is actually horse of the sea. All right, let's all say caballito de mar. Good job. Oh, goodness, bless you. Okay, all right, does everyone know what this is? Octopus. Now, how many legs does an octopus have? 8, that's right, because octo means 8.
Their arms and they can be legs too.
Yeah, they're arms and legs. They work like both. And they can throw people, but I think they're mostly nice.
And sometimes if you mess with them, they can grab you and put them on your bottom. And that's where their mouth is.
Yeah, that's right. And you can see he's got a couple eyes up top. Now, the way we say octopus in Spanish is pulpo. Pulpo. All right, let's all say pulpo. Right. That's a funny word. All right. Crabs. Now, do crabs have fingers or do they have claws? Claws. And they go snap, 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 snap. Like Mr. Krabs, that's right. Yes, they can. Now, you got to be careful if you ever try to touch a crab because they might snap you. So you got to be very careful.
Can you snap you? Because you go behind your back too.
If they come up behind you, I guess they could.
Crabs are kind of mean.
Is that why we say people are crabby when they're being mean?
I killed one at my new house.
Okay, well, let's all say crab in Spanish. The way we say that is cangrejo. Okay, let's all say cangrejo. All right, we got one more word, and I bet you all are going to know what this word is. That's right. Penguin. Yep, they waddle. They waddle, but everyone needs to sit down. Everyone, yeah, let's sit down. And at the end, we'll all waddle like penguins, okay? Okay. Now, the way we say penguin in Spanish is pingüino. Okay, can we all say pingüino? Okay, good job. I need you guys to remember those words because now we're going to read about Curious George at the aquarium, okay?
You have to be quiet.
Yeah, so let's all be quiet.
Hey, look at the maze on the back.
And let's try to sit really, really still, okay?
Look at the maze on the back.
Yeah, there is a maze back there. You're right. All right. This is Curious George at the aquarium, or Jorge el Curioso visita el acuario.
Can I go potty?
When we're done, okay?
I know potty.
Okay. This is George.
Do it in Spanish.
I will in a minute. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George and the man with the yellow hat were visiting the aquarium. Este es Jorge. Es un monito bueno y siente mucha curiosidad por todo.
You know a lot of Spanish. How do you know Spanish?
Hoy, Jorge y el señor en el sombrero amarillo fueron a visitar el acuario.
And a jellyfish.
All right. George, said the man, please wait here while I buy the tickets. Jorge, le dijo el señor, por favor, espérame aquí mientras voy a comprar las entradas. Do you think George is going to wait? No. Or do you think he's going to wander off? Yeah. Well, George tried to wait, but he was so excited. What was inside? Jorge trató de esperar, pero estaba muy entusiasmado. ¿Qué había ahí dentro? Well, he wanted to look over the walls, but they were too high. Quería ver qué había del otro lado de la pared, pero era muy alta. Yeah, monkeys can climb. They're good climbers. Just then, he heard a splash and a whoosh. Water flew high into the air. People cheered. What could that be? George was curious. You think those are whales splashing around? Yeah. De repente escuchó splash y después pluff. El agua subió por las aires. La gente gritaba. ¿Qué podría pasar? Jorge sintió curiosidad.
That's like Chinese.
He hopped over the gate into the aquarium. How surprised he was. Dio un salto pasando por arriba de la puerta y entró el acuario. Se quedó sorprendido.
Are those sharks and everything?
Well, let's find out what those are. Swimming right in front of George were two beluga whales. The mother and the baby beluga swam right past him. See, there's the mama beluga, because she's big, and there's the little baby beluga. Había dos ballenas beluga nadando justo frente a Jorge. La mamá beluga y su bebé nadaban frente a él. All right, let's everyone look at the book, okay?
Excuse me. Can I say some words to you?
When we're done, okay? Everyone's going to get a chance to talk when we're done. And not far away was a family of sea lions, diving and splashing. What fun!
They are not sea lions.
Y no muy lejos de ahí había una familia de lobos marinos, zambulléndose y salpicando. ¡Qué divertido! George noticed people walking toward a big door. Could there be more to see? He followed the crowd. Jorge observó que la gente caminaba hacia una gran puerta. ¿Qué más se podría ver? Siguió a la multitud. Now where was he? It was darker inside and there were fish everywhere. George did not know where to look first.
A jellyfish. An octopus.
¿Dónde estaba? Allí dentro estaba oscuro y había peces por todos los lados. Jorge no sabía por dónde empezar a mirar.
How do you say tin in Spanish?
We'll get there, okay?
A seahorse.
In one tank there were sharp-toothed piranhas.
An octopus.
En un tanque había piranhas con dientes filosos. In another tank there were seahorses. En otro tanque había caballitos de mar. And in another tank there was a large red octopus. Y en otro tanque había un pulpo rojo grande. George saw a group of children across the room. An aquarium staff member was pointing to different sea creatures. This is a starfish, this is a clam, and this is an urchin. Jorge vio... An urchin is a sea creature. Jorge vio a un grupo de niños que estaban en el centro de la sala. Un empleado del acuario señalaba diferentes animales marinos. Esa es una estrella de mar, esa es una almeja, y este es un erizo.
Excuse me? My mom's birthday's coming up.
Okay. Nearby there was a long, low, colorful tank. It was perfect for touching. Do you think George is supposed to touch what's in that tank? No, he's not supposed to touch, but he's too curious. Cerca de ahí había un tanque bajo, largo y colorido. Era perfecto para ir a tocarlo. Uh-oh. Yeah. George was curious. As he reached his hand into the water, a large crab came scuttling out from under a rock and right toward his finger. Snap! Ouch! Poor George. He did not like this exhibit. Jorge sintió curiosidad al meter la mano en el agua. Un gran cangrejo salió rápidamente de abajo de una piedra directamente hacia su dedo. ¡Crack! ¡Ay! Pobre Jorge. Ese tanco no le gustó. He shouldn't have touched it. That's what happens. George slipped out a door into the sunlight. But oh, what was going on here? George saw fat, funny-looking black and white fish flying under the water. Wait a minute. Are those fish? Oh. What are these?
Those are penguins.
That's right. As he watched, they flew up out of the water. What kind of fish does that, and where did they go? George wondered. Jorge se deslizó por debajo de una puerta hacia la luz del sol. Pero, oh, ¿qué había ahí? Jorge vio unos peces gordos y graciosos, blancos y negros, que parecían volar en el agua. Mientras observaba, algunos de ellos volaron fuera del agua. ¿Qué tipo de peces son estos? ¿A dónde fueron? Se preguntó Jorge. George climbed up and into their exhibit. Oh no, monkeys don't belong in the exhibit, do they? No. Yep. Jorge se metió en el tanque y trepó por las rocas. Well, they were not fish at all, but penguins, of course. Claro, no eran peces, eran pingüinos. George hopped like a penguin. Jorge saltó como un pingüino, flapped his wings like a penguin, aleteó con sus brazos como un pingüino, and waddled like a penguin, y caminó como un pingüino. A crowd gathered and laughed, but when he slipped on his belly like a penguin, un montón de gente se acercó y se rió. Pero cuando Jorge se deslió de barriga como un pingüino, the aquarium staff stopped to check on the penguins. A monkey in the penguin exhibit? Well, George opened a door to escape, but instead, all the penguins ran out. Penguins, penguins everywhere. Justo llegaron los empleados del acuario para darles de comer a los pingüinos. Un mono. ¿Qué hace un mono con los pingüinos? Jorge abrió la puerta para escapar y todos los pingüinos salieron corriendo. Había pingüinos por todos lados. They ran everywhere. Look at all those penguins. They're outside the cage now.
Why is my voice so loud? Except one.
Shh, we're almost done. The staff was angry at George. How could they catch all the penguins? Los empleados se enojaron con Jorge. ¿Cómo iban a hacer para atrapar a todos los pingüinos? It's going to be a lot of work to catch them all, don't you think? Yeah. But in all the excitement, nobody noticed the penguin chick falling into the water. No one but George. Con toda la emoción, nadie notó que un pingüinito se cayó al agua. Nadie excepto Jorge. The baby penguin hadn't learned to swim yet. As only a monkey can, George scaled the rope hanging over the beluga tank and swung over the water, saving the chick.
Oh, that's so nice of George.
El bebé pingüino aún no sabía nadar. De la manera que solo un mono puede hacerlo, Jorge se agarró de la soga que colgaba sobre el tanque de las gallinas beluga y se balanceó al agua, salvando al pingüinito.
Is this class going to have some music so we can dance?
We'll talk about that at the end, okay? The director of the aquarium and the man with the yellow hat heard the commotion and came running. El director del acuario y el señor del sombrero amarillo escucharon el alboroto y fueron corriendo. That monkey helped the baby penguin, said a boy in the crowd. No one else could have saved him, said a girl. The director thanked George for his help and made him an honorary staff member of the aquarium. Ese mono salvó al pingüinito, dijo un niño entre la multitud. Nadie más podría hacerlo, dijo una niña. El director le agradeció a Jorge su ayuda y lo nombró miembro honorario del acuario.
Hey, now can Alice
Right. Now we're on the last page. George said goodbye to his new penguin friends. He could not wait to come back to the aquarium and visit them again. Jorge se despidió de sus amigos pingüinos. No veía a la hora de regresar al acuario para visitarlos otra vez. That's the end.
Now can I say a few words?
In a minute, okay? Because we're going to talk about the words we learned today. George went to the aquarium, and so all the words we learned today are about things you can see at the aquarium. I want to go over these one more time. Curious George. Let's all say Jorge el Curioso.
Jorge el Curioso.
And George is a monkey. And let's all say Mono.
Mono.
And George's friend is the man in the yellow hat. So let's all say Sombrero.
Sombrero.
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
And George went to an aquarium. And let's all say Acuario.
Aquario.
Good job. Now, one of the animals George saw was a whale. Everyone down on their bottoms, okay?
One was
Okay, and let's all look up front. And a whale, we say ballena. And another animal, sea lion. That's right, you guys remember that was a sea lion. Let's all say lobo marino. All right. And he also saw a fish. Does anyone remember how to say fish? Pez. All right. And they also saw a piranha. Yeah, that's very close. And now let's in Spanish say piranha. All right. George also saw a seahorse. Let's all say caballito de mar. And he saw an octopus. And this is a pulpo. Right. And he saw a crab, and a crab bit his finger. Pinched him. And let's all say cangrejo. And then he also saved a penguin. Let's all say pingüino. All right.
Do you like my penis?
I do. Let's all sit down. And I want to thank you all very much for coming to the program today and sitting here and learning Spanish words and reading about Curious George. And we're going to be done in just a second. But I just want to thank you all for your cooperation today. And I want to thank everybody at home for watching Leer y Aprender es Divertido. Reading and learning are fun. Let's give a big round of applause to the kids at the Jefferson City Daycare Center.
What's it say on the camera?
Sit down, and I'll let you do it again, okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time and make sure you stay tuned to JCTV for more great programming from your local access channel. Goodbye.